if the baby's like coming out, it's just gravity's just going to pull the baby out. So that's the position Laura was in, and she was pushing, but she was digging her elbows into my legs. But obviously, I'm not going to say like ow, like it's not about me.
Like, you have no idea how much this hurts, Laura. Please,
can you just stop? So I was just like, oh my god, this really hurts. She took my bobble out of my hair, which was so embarrassing because she had no bobble. So her hair or hair tie for Americans. So her hair was in her face. So my mum was like, give me your bobble. I'm like, bitch, no. I'm trying to look good, so my hair was just flying everywhere. You know the Cube video?
Yeah.
I told him and JJ the name of the baby because I was wasted, and he goes, "Oh man, that's a sick name, man. Love that name." And I was like, "Yeah, I know you do. You told me you did about 3 months ago." And he also
you knew the name that long ago.
Me and Laura had this name for like years.
Mad.
Yeah, it's one of the names.
Just the first, just
the first name. Yeah, not the girl part. I came into it really late. Wasn't sure if my mum was, good enough yet.
Yeah. They had to make you another roast dinner.
Yeah, I had to take the V.
If it wasn't good, it's not happening.
Yeah, facts.
Harper Steve.
Harper Ian. No, yeah, so we had, when you always talk, what's the future like? We used to do that a lot when we were young. So me and Laura have been together for ages. So when we were like at school, we were like, let's have like 4 kids in a house and that. And then now I'm like, fuck that. Just get me one. I'm not getting out of here. But no, we used to talk like that, and we always used to say the name Harper, but we were like, probably not. And then when we were going through names, we couldn't find any that worked, and we kept going back to that one. So that's why we went Harper. But then I'm not going to say the other name in case we have another baby and call it that name. But I said that to.
Can I ask if that other name is a girl or a boy name though?
A girl name.
Okay.
I mean, it could be both. It was the name that you might have remembered. I was talking about it at the meal with Ethan. You remember, like
the name that you said, like, we can't.
Yeah, because of my surname.
Oh, but you're still thinking of it.
Yeah, but second kid,
okay.
It doesn't
second
count.
kid.
It don't count as much. I don't care if that one gets bullied.
To be fair, my name, right?
Yeah.
They gave the 2 boy names that they wanted to Nick.
Right.
Because they thought
both.
Yeah,
the last one.
Because they thought, we probably won't have another. So they gave him that and his middle name.
Got you.
And then they were like, oh shit, we've got another one.
Yeah.
Simon will do.
Simon will do.
Shit name.
Yeah, but my brother's name is my brother's middle name is my name, and it's my dad's name. So it's like really not creative. We've not even registered the name yet,
Really?
Yeah, you can do it up to 6 months. You have to go in real life. How stupid is that?
Not with the baby though.
Yeah, we have
to
go.
Take the baby.
All 3 of us have to go and sign a document to say what the name is.
Mad.
Can't you just do it on email?
So technically, your baby is called baby girl.
Just baby girl. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Mad.
Crazy.
Yeah. What happens if you don't do it in
6
the 6
weeks?
months?
I don't know.
Wait, 6 weeks.
Sorry, 6 weeks.
What happens if you don't do it in the 6 weeks?
I don't know. Let's find out.
You can't change your name, and that's it. It's
no
done.
passport, no identity. Yeah. It's just annoying, man. Like, and also we keep having to go to, like, usually midwives come to you. We have to keep going to them. And so it's like the baby was like 2 days old. We forgot to drive out to this like crappy little, I'm not gonna say where it is, but it's crappy little clinic. Can't park anywhere. They just crying her head off. I'm like, can you just drive to us, man? Like, please. But yeah, no. The other name, Ethan said he liked that name as well. Yeah. But can't
for the same reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how has the first 2 weeks? How was the first 2 weeks of being a daddy?
Oh yeah, daddy. Everyone keeps saying I have to stop saying that now, but I disagree. Now I can say it more.
Now you are actually a daddy.
Yeah. So someone can say you've said it in a weird tone, but I'll say, yeah, but I didn't stutter though. I said it with my chest. No, it's been good.
That ain't your chest.
No,
daddy ain't your chest.
Obviously, I haven't been sleeping, but I've also, like I said before, I've been streaming loads anyway. So that, like,
yeah.
It's good actually because I'm awake. I start my stream really tired, but by like 4 a.m. I'm bouncing, so which is good actually because when Laura has to sleep and I just have the baby, so it's been good. Laura's been very emotional, as you would be, but she's very like she's been embarrassed by it. I'm like, don't like it's just so natural, and also every mother cries, but she's doing great. It's hard for Laura though because I think I said to you before that the frequencies thing that the mothers have, where like they can hear their baby cry.
Yeah.
So Laura will be asleep and she can hear the baby crying. When she's awake, she can hear the baby crying even if she's not. So
That's so weird.
I'll be with the baby just sleeping, and then Laura's like, "Why is she crying?" She's not, Laura. Like, relax. Then also the baby will be in the cot and Laura will be asleep and she'll wake up and immediately every single time she'll wake up and she's like taps her belly and like goes around the room like, where is she? Because she must be dreaming about if she's all right or not. Which is it's good though because it's the instinct. Because if she was crying, she'd be up
so that
straight
frequency
away.
thing.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm not sure exactly what the scientific stuff is behind it, but it's more like it's like the mother and the baby are like linked by frequency. So they, the Laura's voice, the baby just learnt it and knows it out of everyone else. You can pick out a part of her mother's voice until they're like 13 years old. That stops. But then for Laura as well, I think she's just got like she must have some sort of like over millions of years human evolution just have like instincts about the baby. For me,
how's it wrong?
You are?
She's saying it's crying.
Yeah, but it looks good though because it means like if she was crying, she'd be up.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I can sleep straight through the baby crying, which is really bad because I'm like, could be crying her eyes out. I'm like, I can't sheave and stuff. Like, but no, it's been good. It's been good actually. I'm good at getting her to sleep as well.
Really?
There was one day where Laura was fuming because the baby was crying her eyes out. So Laura said, "Can you just have her for a bit?" I said, "Yeah, no worries." She literally gave it to me, and as soon as I got her, she stopped crying. And Laura was like, "You have to be kidding me." This is
she's gonna hate you.
Yeah. She hates me.
Laura's gonna hate you.
Yeah, and I sing to the baby. When my singing puts her to sleep. Probably sick of hearing it.
What's singing? What?
It's a football chant.
Is it?
So I go, "We're singing away, half a gale, we're singing away." She loves it, but I sing a different song. She hates it. That one song puts her to sleep, which is fun. She's funny though. She's funny.
That's so weird.
I know.
Do you think, right? Every time I ever talk to someone that's like, I don't know the right way to phrase this. I was going to say like big into kids.
Yeah.
That sounds weird.
yeah.
Every time I talk to someone that's very, I don't know what you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Someone that loves kids.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way.
Yes.
They always talk about how being a dad, you have it easier if you have a daughter
Okay.
later on.
Okay.
Because they're always going to be like a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think like, I wanted a daughter anyway. I don't know why, but I just did. I didn't really care, obviously. But like, obviously, I was still like a son, you know. But I don't.
Because Laura neither of you wanted something like specific, but
should have liked a boy.
She would like to boy, you would like to girl, which is different to
Laura. Laura. The internet's ruined things for us now because you like what you just said there is completely normal. So I was gonna say Laura gets on better with guys. And I get on better with girls anyway. You know what I mean? You're just chatting to people. I don't know why. So that's probably why we're both she wanted a boy, I wanted a girl. But I also think with a boy, I'm more likely to like throw into the deep end and be like, "I just sort your shit out." Like sort your problem. I'll be here if you need me, but you can sort your problems out. See how you get on. Whereas with a girl, because they've had so much like problems in life with sexism and men being men, I feel like I want to.
Help a lot more.
Yeah. So guide and be there for her rather than being like, you know. Well, I'm not obviously if I had a boy, I'm not just really like see you on your way. But do you know what I mean? Like more protective over a daughter, therefore more likely to spoil them though. So that is going to be the problem because Laura already noticed that I'm just going to spoil the shit out of her. Yeah.
Well, the thing we were talking about is like if you have a boy, that boy is either going to be really like you, and you know, for you for example, they're going to love football, they're going to love music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be the complete opposite. In which case, you can't. You're going to find it harder to like bond with them. Mm-hmm. Whereas like a girl,
you already don't. Right?
Yeah. So you've kind of like. No, I get you're not gambling on what the kid's going to be like.
So for example, you're right there. So say if like if the boy gets like 3 or 4 years old, he doesn't like football. I'm like. Whose kid is this, man? Whereas if the girl doesn't like football, I'm like,
Laura, another one.
Now. This one's a nerd.
This one's defective.
Send him back. Whereas a girl, if she doesn't like football, it's like, oh well, don't expect you to anyway. Yeah. Which is a bit weird anyway. But it's going to be fine. But she looks loads like me, you know. Looks nothing like Laura. Really? Absolutely nothing.
She's got a little like samurai bob.
Top knot, yeah. No, she looks like loads like me when I was a kid as well. But apparently her auntie came and she was like, oh, she's got your hands, Laura's hands. I was like, how'd you know? Her hands are about this big. Laura's just.
Well, there's the picture of her hand, right?
Yes, yeah.
And it's holding
my finger.
No.
What do you think it was?
Honestly, I don't actually know.
My knee.
No, I kind of just for some reason I never really like deeped it. I always kind of just thought it was like another hand.
We were trying to think what pose because obviously we had the baby during stream almost. So I was streaming and then Laura was like, I've got to go. Laura, by the way, Laura did really well for the birth. I'll get into that because I've told you, but I've not told the viewers and that. So we'll get into that. But she's having her contractions and she needs to go to hospital. We had in our head that my mum was going to go to hospital first with Laura while it's early contractions, and then I'll then come after when it's more intense. But they were super intense there and then because Laura's pain threshold must be so high. Like she must be able to take so much pain because like she had like late stages contractions at home. And she didn't really give a crap. She was just like, oh, it hurts kind of a little bit. So I said to her, do you want me to come now? And she said, yeah, I need you there now. So I turned the stream off. I didn't say what I was doing. I just said, guys, I've got to go now. And they and most people clocked it. So most people understood.
So I think I asked you that night about the game show.
Yeah.
I literally messaged Randy. I was like, oh, like, I know you're most likely going to have a baby, but at the moment, there's like no signs of it.
Yeah.
Would you want to do the game show tomorrow or in 2 days' time? And you're like, oh, Laura's having contractions, like, possibly might be tonight. I was like, oh my God. And the next day, when you told us, someone asked me, they were like, oh, has Randy had his kid then? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him. And they were like, oh, well, he just ran off stream halfway through. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's obvious then. But I didn't say. I was like, this is really awkward.
It was really strange because I had loads of texts or loads of tweets, saying like how, because obviously everyone knew I went somewhere, so they were worried then. So I was like, once we've told all the family and stuff, I was like, said to Laura, I'd like to put a post out because I mean, you know, not everyone cares, but some people would really care, and they're probably thinking, "Oh my God, why is it so quiet?" So we did that, and I don't want to post a picture of like the baby. Like actually, so I just thought I'd do the hand, but it was so hard to get a photo. She's so wriggly and like you couldn't get the angle right, so I thought let's just go really zoomed in, black and white. But it just it shows you why I don't want to put the baby on like camera and stuff, because even like Twitter comments. I mean, I laugh at it now because I don't care anymore. But like someone was like, "Oh, clapped hand." I'm like, what? Someone was like, oh, why is the hand so scabby? I'm like, maybe because it's like 2 hours old. It's so funny, man. But
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's smarter to not.
Yeah. I said to these guys, John and Nick, like, I'm not against it if it makes sense. Like, if there's ever a time where, like, say I'm doing a pack battle, not now, like. You win. If in the future, I don't care if it's a reason to do it, but I'm not going to do it for no reason. Like, you're not just going to do it like willy nilly.
Well, like Nick 2080, he did I've seen a couple of videos of his where he'll be vlogging his day, and he'll pick up his kids from school, and they might go to like a toy store, and they'll pick out a toy or whatever. Yeah, and he films them then, but it's not in a way that's like I'm putting the camera on my kid kind of thing and being like, all right, get me views. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like it's actually a very like he'll come in there and he'll just be like, oh, like, Dad, can I open some packs? Yeah. Because ultimately at that point it's like, and it's actually really cute the way he does it like that. Either you're not going to spend time with your kid, or you're going to enjoy the time. Oh, Dad, can I open packs? No, I'm streaming. Get out. Shut up. Yeah. Whereas, no. So I think to be fair, the baby's been on stream, but like just I guess when I'm holding her, because sometimes face cam's off. Yeah.
No, but I'll like I have to go and turn it off. So I'll get the baby, walk in, and then you'll see me briefly. But now I've got used to it. I just turn it off before I go out. Yeah. But so I'm not against like people seeing it. I just don't want it to be weird. And the people, as we know, people are weird, aren't they? Yeah. So I'd just rather not have that. For more Laura's sake and the baby's sake, I can take the comments, but yeah. So the birth. Yeah, it was mad. Why? Because, well, first of all, it was only 4 hours long, so she smashed it. She went in at 1:30. Jesus. And the baby was born at like 6 a.m. ish. So I know that sounds like 5 hours, but by the time she got in to labor, it was more like, so it went really well. She started off, like I said, contractions at home, really hurting. I got in the car. The funny thing is, right, I'm not going to stay at the hospital. It's probably obvious. We're in London. But we had the baby in London, for those wondering. I got into the car and I said the name of a hospital in the sat nav, and Laura went, nope. Wrong one. Can you imagine if I just drove to the wrong hospital? You run in just like, my wife's having a baby. No. Wrong hospital. Sorry, mate, can't help you. But it was really good because it was really late at night, at 1 a.m. All the roads were really clear. And when the baby was born, then I came back home for like a rest after me and my mum got kicked out. The traffic was awful in the daytime. By Laura, not by Laura, yeah. Not the hospital thinking he's a weirdo. No, but in COVID you would have to. In COVID you have to leave. Yeah. And some husbands could not even, or partners, be in the room. So grateful for that. But the traffic was really bad. The hospital was really busy in the morning. So I was glad that when we had the baby, it was that so late. And also it was that heat wave day. So it was cooler at night. We had the whole wing to ourselves, really. Because we didn't do it at private one. We could have, but Laura didn't want to. So I was like, fair enough. But it was effectively private anyway because no one was there. Started off the contraction. She was doing really, really well. She was like, she kept saying the whole time, I can't do this. I can't. And we were like, you can because you are doing it. So you're fine. But obviously she's just going to say that. She will say now that she made noises that she'd never would ever make him ever again. But I was like, again, it was normal. Like she kept saying sorry during the birth. She kept saying sorry for what? Like, what are you apologizing for? It was really nice. For the clapped hands. Yeah, sorry for the hands, man. You know. And then she started off really well, and then she wanted a water birth, so they went in to fill up the bath. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Don't understand a water birth.
Is it literally you just give birth in water?
Yeah. So
why?
Because I think it takes off a lot of the pain for Laura, because it's you know how if you're in water you feel quite comfortable, right? It's really warm water.
Yeah.
So it takes the gravity out of it. You know, it takes the fallenness out of it. I think I don't really know, so I'm just waffling here. So I might be wrong, but also it makes comfortable for Laura. Makes like a lot of the pains softened.
Okay.
But that's actually what happened. Was we got the bath filled up finally. She was doing really well out of the bath. She did well the whole way through, but when she got in the bath, it was so comfortable that she was just relaxing. So she stopped pushing us like hard. She stopped like fighting. Well, the contractions were better, but not making progress for the baby. So she was falling asleep. She was literally asleep in the bath. You know, like this. I had to hold her head up because her head wasn't. So I was just holding her head, and she was just falling asleep like this. You know. So in the end, they took her out of the bath and said, like, you know, it's not working. And then I had to get really involved. You know, I was fully into the birth, and Laura was really worried. She thought I wasn't going to be a good birth partner. So there was a point
when
where
you say you're really involved, I'm thinking you being like,
push. I got the head.
Yeah.
No, not like that. So we took the walk from our room to the bath water.
Okay.
Sounds weird now. Belle Delphine.
Sell the bath water.
Yeah. That's gross. There's a walk there, so like she didn't have time to get back to the room. So they were saying either we have to go and walk while you're having contractions all the way to the room, or you're gonna have to push and have the baby here. But there's nothing to hold on to. There's no bed to hold on to. So I was the bed. So I became the bed, essentially, Simon. So there's a little beanbag in the corner. So I was sat like this, and then Laura was lying on me, and her head was like here, her elbows are there, and so she was pushing the baby, right? And so she's got her elbows into my. Have you ever been lying with Talia and she gets up off you with her elbow? I hate that. It's worse.
Wait, so she gave birth forward?
No, I'll get there. So
okay.
What you have to realize, which I didn't realize, you know the way they give birth in films.
I'm new to all of this.
Yeah. The way they give birth in films is not how it usually happens, really.
Okay.
Because they give birth lying down, right?
Yeah.
That clickbait. It's long story short. That is how Laura ended up having the baby, like a film, exactly like a film. But it doesn't always go down like that, because sometimes standing up, sometimes like on all fours, because gravity helps, right? So if the baby's like coming out, it's just gravity's just going to pull the baby out. So that's the position Laura was in, and she was pushing, but she was digging her elbows into my legs. But obviously, I'm not going to say like ow, like it's not about me.
Like, you have no idea how much this hurts, Laura. Please,
like, can you just stop? You know, so I was just like, oh my god, this really hurts. She took my bobble out of my hair, which was so embarrassing because she had no bobble. So her hair or hair tie for Americans. So her hair was in her face. So my mum was like, give me your bobble. I'm like, bitch, no. Like, I'm trying to look good, so my hair was just flying everywhere. That's so embarrassing. And then, but yeah, obviously not gonna say anything. And I was really good, actually, really helpful. I think in the moment you just lose all like sense of caring about anything. Yeah. You just focus on the baby, obviously. And Laura was really after. She was like, "You did really well," and I was like, "Yes, got some."
It feels points. Weird that it happened that way around.
Yeah.
Laura was like, "You were so brave in there."
Thank you, Laura.
I'm so proud of you.
You did all right as well, Laura. You know. So then after that, they said to her, "You're gonna hate us, Laura. You're gonna hate us, but could you?" There was like a nurse or a midwife, training. So they asked us, they said to us, we've got like a third year who's training. Do you want them to be part of the process? And Laura said, yeah, which is nice, to be fair. So it was good for her to get experience. Yeah. So we had two of them. And they were like, you're going to hate us, Laura, but we need you to walk back to the room now because it's more comfortable for you. And also walking helps the baby. Because essentially, the whole, I hope Laura doesn't mind me saying all this.
This is after. Wait.
No, baby's not born yet.
Okay,
so we're in the water. We go out the water. She's have got more contractions there and starts to push there. But then they say, we need to go back now. And walking will help the baby. So then we get up. We walk back to the room. And then Laura ends up having the baby there. This is only 4 hours. But if we didn't have the water birth or the pool part of it, I reckon it'd have been like 2 hours. Because she was doing so well at the start. It was unbelievable. My mum was like, I don't know how you're doing this. Like, your pain in the threshold is just crazy. So then we went back there. And then that was like the final pushes. And it was like funny because I was to the left of Laura here, my mum was to the right. So we had 2 birth partners, which was lucky, my mum and me. And then she said, like, do you want to look? And I always said before, no way, I'm not looking, no way. But in the moment, I was actually like, you know what? We've been here for like the whole process. It's more important than me caring. So I would have been down. But they asked Laura, and then Laura said no, which is obviously like, it's her right. So I'm not I will say that my mum didn't like, they went, do you guys want to look? I went, no. And Laura went, no. And my mum went, when it looked, I said, Mum. But Laura doesn't matter, obviously. But from what I saw, I will check if Laura doesn't mind me saying these parts. But from where, so like Laura's lying there, I'm here to the left of her. So I saw the head come out. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Because the baby, Harper's got so much hair. She's got so much hair. And I was like, what the fuck? That's a monkey. I'm like, Laura, that's not... So yeah, it's just the head sticking out for ages. It was so funny, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then baby came out, and it's so funny though because like Laura's in so much pain, been like really struggling, you know. And then
jokes, that's jokes, bro.
Is that what I said?
It's so funny because Laura's just there in pain.
And then, but as soon as the baby was born, they put her straight away. I didn't know it was like this. So they always say you have to have skin on skin contact with the baby and the mum for the baby to just know who she is. But I didn't know it was that quick. So I thought they were gonna
straight.
I thought they were gonna take the baby, you know, cut the cord there, clean the baby. But no, it's literally pull the baby out straight away onto Laura's belly, and then there, Laura is like having like a fit of like happiness. It was mental. It was so worth it. Like she was sorry, wait. It was so worth it, man. No, but like for her, it was like she had no pain anymore. It was crazy. Nice. And then a few hours after, she was in a lot of pain. But yeah, so it's like baby's crying, and Laura just keeps looking up to me crying. And I was like, oh, so cute, she's so cute. Oh my god, she's so cute. And Laura's just like crazy happiness, which is really nice.
Because I think Talia was talking to Laura a lot after, and I think she said Laura doesn't remember the pain.
No,
like she was instantly just like, yeah, it was painful as hell, but don't remember it.
Yeah.
As soon as you have the kid, it's...
She kept saying during the birth, I'm not having another baby at all. No way we're doing this again. And then she still says that now. But I'm not saying we're gonna, but I'm saying like, it's worth it though. Yeah. I think, well, I can't speak, I'm a man, but like, she said, yeah, as she said to Talia, the pain goes away and the joy is worth it, you know? And it's weird though, because like, I thought there's so much more to it, if that makes sense. Like, well, there wasn't. I kept thinking back in the day, how did they do this? Because there was so much like medicine, not medicine, but there's so much like practitioner, you know, so much hospital stuff going on. And like, how did they just pop them out? Well, the answer was they didn't. They would have a lot of deaths, right? Like babies would die a lot, and also the mother would die a lot. So I guess back then it was all like, you know, if you make it, you make it. Whereas now, obviously, it's much better. So shout out to the NHS as well. I was proper sick from them. Fair play. But no, like it was sick, man. And but I was also thinking, like, sure, there's more to this because we stayed in hospital for another day for certain reasons, but then we just went home, and now it's like, well, we've got a baby now.
Yeah, it's like, weird. It's kind of just like, okay, move on.
Yeah, like what do we?
They're straight on to the next birth.
Yeah. Like, what do I do with this? You know. And also, some of the midwives went home, and I'm like, what do you mean you're going home? You got to stay with us. But it's their job. It's just their job, isn't it? Yeah. All they're doing is, they said one lady came into the reception and had the baby and left. So she like no contractions. She had the contractions at home, so she walked into the lobby, said, "I'm having the baby right now." Went up, pushed the baby out, and left. I'm like, damn, fair enough. We can't complain. But no, it was a sick experience, and it wasn't. You know, like I said, you think it's stressful, but it's not, because it's all worth it. And also, it's all about Laura. I will say, like, you know, what women have to go through to do that is ridiculous. Like, it's mad.